All right, guys, this is going to be the rail quiz answer that I put out yesterday involving the quiz question. So, let me explain the answer first. You see, there was 22 cars in the inbound track, okay? 22 cars. We set 4 back to the outbound. Now, here's the thing. Because half of you got it right and half of you got it wrong. Half of you got the first part of the answer right, but you missed the last part. So, whenever you pull the train out of the inbound and you set cars in the inbound, which is now becomes the outbound, because you only got one track designated for the inbound outbound. Okay, most layouts have an inbound outbound track. Well, same situation in the railroad. They might just have one inbound, one outbound, or they share the same track, an inbound outbound track. Same thing where I used to work at. We had a inbound outbound track. So whatever was brought in, we would drag it into the plant. Once it clears the inbound track, it is now considered outbound because we just shoved cars out to the outbound. So the inbound now becomes the outbound. So the same situation here. If I set 4 cars to the outbound, it is not the inbound anymore. It is now considered the outbound. So the answer to the quiz was 7 and 4. 7 cars to the train, 4 cars to the outbound, which is once the inbound. So always remember, your inbound track can also be your outbound, but you have to clear it first. So once those 22 cars are cleared out of the track, and once you set cars into that track, it is now considered the outbound because you're building the train to go out. So if the service crew pulled those 7 cars, those are the local switching cars. That is the service cars for local switching. So they service those cars and come back to the yard. They're going to set them either to track 1, which is the outbound track, or they'll set them in the yard, classify them in the yard. But more likely, those cars are going to be set for outbound, depending on the switch list for outbound. Now, they might have to pick up some cars out of the yard to put on the train for outbound, but that's more not likely because you want to keep as many cars in the yard to service the local switching. So, once again, the answer is 7 and 4. 7 cars to the train for local switching, 4 cars for the outbound. All right? So, to all of you that tried the quiz, thank you so much. Y'all was wonderful. Y'all was great in trying, but always remember, listen very closely to what I'm saying. Because the first part you should have got just right off the bat. He pulled 22 cars out of the inbound track and he set 4 cars to the outbound. All right? So I hope y'all enjoyed this quiz. I hope y'all will continue to try to answer them. I know they can be very tricky and very confusing, very frustrating, but hey, it's all fun. So until then, thanks again, and I will see y'all in the train room. Y'all take care. Bye.